My very first job was at 16 years old, actually. And I was working at McDonald's as a cashier. And I remember that experience, it really introduced me to responsibility at that young age. And, I was just learning how to show up on time, how to stay focused, and, to serve, especially in a fast paced environment. And it also taught me patience and how to communicate with all kinds of different personalities. And looking back, it may seem like a small beginning, but it really helped shape my work ethic and how I show up today. I have no regrets. um my second job was at Brookshire's. Yes, Brookshire's grocery store when I was 17. And I was also working as a cashier. And that role, it helped me to build consistency and professionalism. And it wasn't just about, ringing people up and things like that. I was just, I was, first of all, glad to have a job, but it was about creating a pleasant experience, being dependable and learning how to carry myself in a work environment, and both of those early jobs, they really laid a strong foundation for me, and it taught me skills that I still use. One of my biggest interests have always been fashion design. I actually went to school for it, and I studied sketching, garment design, and, the business side of fashion. I didn't get a chance to finish at the time, but that passion never left me. And, the creativity has always been a part of who I am. Even now, you can still see the roots in what I do, and like how I design and how I present things and how I build my brand. So it's just something that has stayed with me through every season. For the future, I'm really interested in continuing to grow creatively and to build on everything that's already been placed in me. And, that includes expanding my fashion design, developing my brand further, and creating pieces that are not just beautiful, but meaningful. And I also have a heart for inspiring others. And so, whether that's through my voice, my story, or, what I create, I want everything that I do to feel intentional and to, just to leave a positive impact. To me, being a co-host is about helping to guide the conversation, while creating a space where people feel comfortable to share. And it's not just, asking questions and things like that, but listening and being present, and helping bring out meaningful moments. Co-host to me, it helps to keep the flow. It adds perspective, and connects both the guest and the audience. It's really about creating a genuine and engaging experience. And those are my thoughts. Oh, wow. So when I was asked, I honestly felt honored and a little stretched at the time, but in a good way. It let me know that my voice and presence were being recognized, and I also felt the sense of responsibility to show up prepared, you know, um, and to also contribute in a meaningful way. It means a lot to me. And um it was just one of those moments where you realize you're growing and stepping into something new. And I just chose to embrace that. And I'm truly grateful. Thank you.